Hi guys, welcome back. So today I am doing a floral set of acrylic nails. So these are water decals that I got from eBay. If you type in rose water decals, loads will come up, so you'll probably find these ones. So these nails are pretty short for what I usually do, but I just thought I would do a shorter set for a change. So I'm going in on the ring finger first so that this sets before I put the water decals on. So the colour I'm using here is Fleur. So I am doing a full nail of that one, and I'm going to do the same colour on the pointer finger. So the brush I'm using on these is the Queenie brush from CJP. And then for capping I try out my new Wow Bow brush again, which I've got to say I am liking now. So the pinky finger is Beach Walk. So this colour and the one that I use on the middle finger are so similar. Again, they are this one's slightly lighter than the colour that I'm using on this finger, which is Soft Truffle, but only ever so slightly. But I absolutely love these two colours. For nudes, I think they're amazing. So I've done a full colour of that one. So I'm just picking up a bead just to make sure that that's fully covered. So for the water decals, I did have them in some water, so I'm just going to slide them off that back, place them on that tissue paper. And that's how easy they come off the backing paper once they've been soaked for a bit. And then I'm just going to take the edge of that tissue and just dry them. You don't want to put them on wet. So I'm just going to take some clear acrylic and just go over that nail where I'm going to be applying that transfer, and just put some clear on for it to adhere to. So I got the sizes mixed up then, but then picked the wrong one up. So I'm just going to use them tweezers just to pick that up and place that where I want it, and then just gently pat that on. And then I'm just going to leave that just to set in and to dry in that acrylic so it don't move. And I'm going to do exactly the same on this pointer finger. So I'm just going to apply that bit of acrylic. And then pop that on. So I'm not messing with the bits that are hanging over yet. Oh, I made myself out to be a liar then. I must have been too eager to fill that gap in. But once I cut it off, it was too dark anyway for that spot. So I'm going to cut this corner off because this one is light, so it'll match for the other nail. And I'm just going to bob that on. So just press that with my finger and then just cut off that excess. Because these are so thin, you probably wouldn't have to cut them off. You could probably just wait till the filing stage, but it'd annoy me if I left them dangling down, so I'm going to cut them off. So I'm going to cut the ones off on the ring finger as well. So once I've done that, I have got a rose gold champagne glitter to put across these edges. I was going to do them in stones, but I decided to use a bit of sparkle instead. So I'm just picking up a small bead of clear and dipping that into that glitter, and then I'm just going to go across that join line. So I did neaten that line up, but I wasn't too keen on it, so I'm going to pull that glitter down a little bit. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this one, but I'm going to pull the glitter up into that pink a little bit. Not too much, just a tiny bit. So I've pulled that glitter up a bit, and then I've took most of that glitter off, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of that glitter and just go back over that line. So once I have done that, I will go in for capping. Okay, so I am going in with my new brush again, and I've got to say, I think this is going to be one of my favourite brushes for capping, because this time I wasn't scared of this brush at all. I just got on with it. As you can tell, I went straight in on that pinky, and I've got to say the shape on these were near enough perfect. There were barely any filing whatsoever on these nails, so that has got to be a good thing. If I can save on filing, I'm happy. So I'm just applying that bead near that cuticle and then just patting and pulling that product down that nail. So if you watch my videos, you'll know that it normally takes me 2, maybe 3 beads to get these right. And on this one, I basically did all the nails with 1 bead. And I was just so happy. So yeah, I think this might be one of my fave brushes for capping. I'll still be using my CJP brushes for the smaller detail work on the nail, the designs and stuff, but for capping, yeah, I think this is going to be my go-to brush. So I'm just going to finish these off, and then I will show you my filing routine. Okay, for the filing, sidewalls. So because these are almond shaped, you won't got your fridge, so it's just sidewalls, underneath. To make sure that's rounded off. Don't want it into a stiletto, I want it more softer for for almonds. So then I'm going around that cuticle area. So this is slightly speeded up, but not a lot. So this is it literally took me not even 2 minutes to file this nail and buff it. So if I can use that brush and get all the come on Dawn, think of the word, the shape of that nail as good as this every time, I will be a very happy woman. So basically that is how fast it took me to file that nail. So I'm just checking there to make sure everything's neat, how I want it, give it a brush off, check it again, and then buff it. And then I've just decided to set my file flat underneath that nail just to make sure that them sides were exactly the same and that were a nice round end. Buff it again, then I go in and file the rest of these nails, buff them, clean them up, and I will be back for the next steps. Okay, so I'm going to put these gold rhinestones on this set. So I'm using my gem gel for this and a dotting tool, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that gel and just put it around that cuticle to do a tiara. So I'm going to do a big one and then go down in sizes around that cuticle area. always get one bleeding rhinestone that don't want to go on right. So I'm just going to put some of the smaller ones out. Just nudge them up a little bit and then go in and apply these small ones on the ends. So I just needed a little touch of gel on there. So once I've put that one in, I'm just going to flash cure that with my little tool so I don't knock them or they don't move while I'm doing the pinky. So on the pinky, I'm just going to add a couple of stones. I didn't want to go too overboard because I'm either I don't do enough or I go proper overboard. There's no in between with me, so I didn't want to do that today because I think there's enough going on these nails without me going over the top. So I've just put a big one on and I'm going to put a little one on. So after looking in that, I decided just to pick one off at table anyway. So once I've done that, I'm going to bob them in the lamp for a full minute to cure, and then I'm going to go in and quickly top coat these. So I did the stones first so that when I put the top coat on, it'll just seal them a little bit more and make them a bit more secure, if you're wondering why I put them on first. And then once I have cured these, I will bang them back into light for a full minute, and that will be this set done. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.